Hi, this is Kelly, and it is day 26 of my 100-day juice feast. I just got a new phone, so this will be my first recording on it. My other one was completely jacked up. I had smashed it, and it wasn't even charging anymore. And anyway, doesn't matter. So this is my new phone. Um, so today has been a pretty good day. I've had constant energy throughout the day, and that's one thing that I am noticing now where I don't have I guess I do have a lot of energy. I wouldn't have described it that way, and I guess when I saw other people describing it that way, it seemed like, they were exploding out of their skin and bouncing around all day long, and I didn't feel like I was doing that, but what I have is like consistent regular energy all day from day to night. And I mentioned in an earlier video that my husband and I, when we were eating, that we would, at the end of the day, we would make dinner and then we would sit down in front of the TV and eat our dinner while we watched Netflix, and that would be it. That would be the last of what we would do before we went to bed. And then I would get up in the morning and there'd be dirty dishes everywhere and dirty pans on the stove. And it was in my way when I was trying to put my meals together to take to work, and it was kind of anxiety producing, and so that bothered me a lot. And thinking back on it now, I'm wondering if perhaps we were just really tired. Whereas now, we have the dishes all done and the kitchen cleaned up before we even drink out of the juice, and that might be part of it as well, like just the order of it, like maybe after we ate we didn't want to do it. That's still a problem with cooked food because you don't want it to get cold, whereas with the juice, you might as well just clean everything up first. But I'll cross that bridge in 75 days. um, One thing I did on day one, not something I've shared on YouTube, nor will I be sharing it anytime soon, but maybe at the halfway point. I'm not sure. But I did a video of myself in a bikini where I, did a full 360 circle so you could see um, everything. And originally the plan was that I would do a second one when the 100 days was over, and then at that point I would post both videos and you could see before and after. But I was thinking that since yesterday was day 25 and I have now officially completed 25% of the 100 days, I thought, oh, it'd be kind of nice to have these like maybe quarterly updates. So at day 26, after 25 days have been completed, and then day 51, day 76, and then day 101 when it's all done. And so I did that, and I could tell a really big difference already just in the first 25 days. I've lost over 15 pounds, and it's visible in the photos. So that was nice because the scale, essentially after that first week, which I think was predominantly water weight, my weight has been very slow going. I mean, like I've lost a pound since last week, last Wednesday. And I assume that it's gonna stay like that. If I have a good week, yay. But otherwise, I want to mentally prepare for slow weight loss. So these other measures of success, I think, are really important, especially because I still haven't experienced any relief from the major issues that I was sort of fingers crossed hoping for, like my allergies, the snoring, stuff like that. That may still come, but again, I need other measures if the ones that I normally expect or were really important to me, if I'm not getting those, I need, other ways. And one of them is this regulated energy throughout the day instead of these, peaks and valleys. And also the fact that there was a visible change between day one and day 26. So that was exciting. And one other thing I was just going to mention is that I've noticed that I've a pattern to my cravings. Now I'm talking about mental cravings, not like physical hunger. Is that I crave the foods that Tony and I used to have at dinner around dinner time. And I think that just it had become like a nice little ritual where we'd make dinner, we'd sit down in front of the TV, we'd eat this delicious food while we watched TV, and then we'd go to bed. And I really liked it. And also sometimes when I'll drive by a restaurant that used to be one of our favorite places, especially if we were out shopping, and sometimes we just get too hungry, to make it home with our car full of groceries, and then we'd go to a restaurant on the way home. So those things were habits, that we had formed, and it's going to take a while to break that mental connection between that time of day or that part of town. And so, one of the things that I have been doing is reminding myself that, like if I'm at home and I'm making my juice and I realize what time it is and I want kung pao, which is something that we used to make all the time, I'm reminding myself that it's not really there. Kung Pao is not there. And I'm trying to stay in the present. And so not let my, what's going on in my head take over everything that I'm thinking and feeling. And I'm trying to like pull myself back into the present and just be like, look around and see what's there. And like, I've heard doing dishes is a spiritual act, and do the dishes and to focus on what I'm doing and make my juice and look at the produce and just stop letting my mind drift away. And I'm part of this group that's doing meditations, and I really haven't been doing them. And I think that this is something that is important to like just let these thoughts float past and not feel connected to them and just be like, oh yeah, we used to have kung pao. I'm having my juice now. Now, this probably won't work if what you're fantasizing about is literally right in front of you, like you're in a restaurant or you're making dinner for your family or you're at a party or something like that. But in that case, you can just do what my husband does and pretends he's an Irish prisoner on a hunger strike, and, either way, you're covered. So anyway, that's it for today, and I will talk to you tomorrow, and keep coming back.